Third appearance and representing Gracie, Raleigh. Please help me welcome back Mr. Jackson Jordan. And his opponent representing Fitness Edge, making his Toro Cup debut. Please help me welcome Mr. John Winzenreid. John, I just want to say I'm sorry in advance if that was not how you pronounce your name. I'm going to guess Winzenreid or Wisenreid.
If they don't tell you, they don't tell you. Do what you got to do.
Sometimes you gotta ask, but I just didn't have time for this one. Didn't have time to go around and ask everyone. But he is making his Toro Cup debut. He's fighting out of Fitness Edge out there in Myrtle Beach with our friend Cody Jones. Emily Keck, also out of that gym, just had a match on Fury the other night as well. She's no stranger to Toro Cup, so I'm sure he's watched those matches and is ready. Jackson Jordan has had 2 Toro Cup matches, kind of separated a little far apart from each other because of an injury he was out for a little while, but he's back once again, and he is on the bottom playing this overhook, strong overhook.
It is really nice to see the Southeast Jiu-Jitsu community start to make its way onto the bigger cards, these big televised events. It's bringing a lot of respect to the area. It's really wonderful to see.
Yeah, especially shout out to Fury. It seems like they are in love with these Toro Cup athletes. They keep bringing them out. I know Bella's been on main character a couple times.
Yeah.
So there's definitely that Texas-North Carolina connection going on. Jackson Jordan from our broadcasting partner Andrew Bittner's school, Gracie, Raleigh, where he is kind of leading the no-gi program over there these days. You see him in the corner. They have a very strong no-gi game for lower body attacks and arm bars, and as soon as I say that, we see Jackson coming over on an arm bar. Wizenreid with the stack. Looks like that elbow's not all the way in. He's got that S grip around.
He's got to watch the turn here.
Jackson Jordan is trying to force this turn on this armbar with this pressure.
Go cigar
and that
cutter.
is it.
Ooh.
That looks like he's going to be able to come up on this one. And he does, and they're going to have to reset it. There's just not enough mat for that sweep to be completed.
And this is not ADCC. We don't compete on concrete. Ooh.
Is that Briggs? I think that's Briggs making his reffing debut here at Toro Cup. We got a lot of first-time refs here today at Toro Cup. History in the making. John Wiz on top. Pummels that leg down on that knee shield, showing the respect to Jackson Jordan's knee shield. He's got control of that bottom arm. So, shallow underhook. I like the shallow underhook pass from knee shield here. It's one of my favorites. Jackson Jordan seems to have a great overhook attack system on arms. If you give him too much of an arm, he's gonna snatch your arm up. It looks like.
I like this overhook. You know, we're seeing a lot of it today.
Yeah. I'm glad to have you here for these full guard overhook displays. the closed guard queen. These
are my shenanigans on full display.
My preferred methods of torture.
Yes. Throw up a triangle while you're at it. Oof. You're in my wheelhouse. Ooh.
John turning up the speed here as he tries to step around for this pass, but he doesn't quite get the knees addressed before they come back up and allows Jackson Jordan to re-guard. Full guard now again. Watch this overhook. Watch this. He's been adamant on the overhook all day, and he's turning his body around.
I think he's wrist riding on the inside.
Looks like it, yeah.
Man, I was real curious where he wanted to go with that. Ooh.
John on the head. Now this could address a lot of the problems you've been having. It looks like he's tight on that chin. He'll at least be able to stay connected. Jackson looks like he's really having a hard time fighting that off. He looks like he's treating it as if he's being choked.
Oh.
Nice
Gets
pin.
the pass.
That's like the cleanest pass so far we've seen from John. John's working on a grip here on north-south choke, it looks like. Or is both arms out?
I can't quite tell
Can't
from our
quite
angle.
tell,
Nope, he's
no.
got one in.
He's got one in here. He could reasonably morph this into a choke, but he's really making Jackson work.
And we're still 30-ish seconds out from points.
Whoa. Jackson trying to get a little move on here. He knows that the time is nigh. Doesn't want him to just step around into points when the time comes.
Little relentless pursuit here on the top. Big fan.
Yeah, ever since he got past those legs, he has been adamantly putting the pressure and attacks on Jordan. And Jordan's done a great job so far of not allowing his entire back to be pinned. Always something is moving.
He's got great flexibility to him.
100%, yeah.
Looking for another pass here. Ooh.
He's not giving any arm. You see how tight he's keeping the elbows now. He doesn't want any control for Jackson.
Definitely giving a little bit more respect to this position here.
And Jackson's still insisting on taking an arm. Tried to work some sort of Kimura or shoulder trap grip there, reaching through.
He's going to go knee shield.
And Winzenreid almost seems like he was waiting on that.
You can feel a little bit more urgency from both fellas right now.
Yeah, yeah. Jackson Jordan does a great job there to keep himself from getting scored upon. Barely maintains some sort of guard, but has a look at a K control. Yep, looks like he is kind of settling into K guard. But Winzenreid is doing a good job of, makes that kind of neutralizes that by putting his head in between the two. And that'll keep him from pulling himself in on that underhook on the leg.
A little over 3 minutes left in the match.
Jackson showing the hip bump sweep. He's showing movement and stuff from the bottom. He's keeping John guessing. John's done a great job on this headlock look. He was able to pass off of it earlier. I honestly feel like he's got an incredible squeeze here. Jackson reacts as if it's the worst thing that ever happened to him. He might be able to just finish this here even. There's a lot of people who can. My coach Cody's really well known for finishing for me. He switches that Darce perfectly, and that looks like it's going to be a sealed deal. Goes skydiver defense from Jackson Jordan, buys him some air and some time, but what else can it buy him?
And we got the pass points off of it too, so now we're working from behind.
Offensive clinic so far here from side control from John W. He's done a great job switching. Think about that. There's that circle or triangle of guillotine, necktie, Darce, anaconda. As you're attacking one, they all start opening up, and it looks like John actually likes north-south added to that mix as well. So he's always looks like he's just controlling head and arm and looking to see what he can make work off of this. I don't know if this is a great north-south choke, but it looks very uncomfortable to deal with.
Not my wheelhouse, that's for sure.
Yeah, I've never finished a single one. People are like, dude, you're so big, you should just north-south choke everybody. I was like, nah, I don't know how to do it. It's too hard. Too magical for me.
I'm too small. You're too big.
I grab somebody's arm and bend it this way when it's supposed to go that way. It will break.
Done and done.
I can't understand north-south choke. You might as well speak French. And he's looking at that high elbow from half guard now and just really trying to pop Jordan's head off like a Barbie doll. Jordan looking up at his corner there to let them know he's still alive.
I think we've got a leg entanglement back there.
He's got something he can work with here. He can start elevating. John up by 3, and I don't think Jordan's going to stand and try to wrestle cartwheel past never works. And he's looking again under the arm this time instead of over.
I'm going to start keeping count. 2 cartwheel passes.
I want to make a compilation of all cartwheel passes in Toro Cup history because I think the only person who's ever scored off them is Gabriel Souza. I think he's got 1.
But it's also Gabriel Souza.
It was I think it might have been against Gianni as well.
Sheesh.
Oh, Jordan ends up on top, sort of. He's almost out the side, but
Ish.
man, John is so good at like finding that head and just,
Yeah.
I'm just going to grab your head, dude.
He hunkers down on it, and you know it's worked for him this entire match.
Yeah, definitely.
Why stop now? And it looks like some great pressure, too.
Yeah. When people start going in the direction of a choke to alleviate the pressure on a choke, I'm like, that must be tight. Must be pretty tight.
Respect. Down to our last 15 seconds here.
You know, we've had a lot of matches go long today compared to normal, but they've all been like this. They've all been action-packed. Both guys are still trying to score points with time left on the clock, 6 seconds. They're telling Jackson he's got to go. He looks like he was almost in on that guillotine, but he rushed it a little bit, and it is going to be John Winzenreid.
Beautiful work.
The pace was insane. That was one of the most high-paced matches of the day by far, if not the most.
Absolutely.